Here's my Know Before You Go, an introduction to the whales of Stellwagen Bank for a neurodivergent community. Participatory action research is a scholar-activist research approach. This methodology focuses on solving problems using experimental knowledge. This kind of method has participation from others who are experiencing issues and through conducting systematic research that helps generate new knowledge. There are 6 building blocks for this project design: building relationships, establishing work practices, establishing a common understanding of the issue, observing, gathering, and generating materials, collaborative data analysis, and planning and taking action. Stellwagen Bank is a national marine life sanctuary off the coast of Cape Cod. This important underwater plateau is part of the Gulf of Maine ecosystem that feeds the protected humpback whales as well as other vital animals. Humpback whales that have the scientific name Magoptera novaenglii are one of the important species that are found in Stellwagen Bank during the summertime. The Center for Coastal Studies does research on the marine mammals that are found in Stellwagen Bank. Their mission is to understand, preserve, and protect the marine ecosystems of the Gulf of Maine and the environment while researching and educating the public. One of the primary focus points of the Center for Coastal Studies is the Gulf of Maine Humpback Whale Catalog, which helps to name and thereby track humpback whales to help research them. Despite the efforts to try and increase the participation of the marginalized students in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, also known as STEM, the neurodivergent students seem to have remained underrepresented and underserved in the STEM programs. It is estimated that 10 to 20% of the world population is considered neurodivergent. The Center for Coastal Studies shares information through research studies, book talks, animal walks, and beach cleanups. It is important for the Center for Coastal Studies to share their important work in an accessible way with the community of the neurodivergent people who care about the whales on Cape Cod. There are 6 building blocks for participatory action research. Building block 1 focuses on building relationships, which is the selection of a community setting co-researchers agreed to explore a feasible project. To successfully complete building block 1, I talked to Sue Nickerson and Laura Stinson at the Center for Coastal Studies. I reached out to Charles Baldwin to talk about the neurodivergent community and the project. I reached out to close friends who are neurodivergent and got an amazing reaction saying that they would love to participate. Building block 2 focuses on establishing work practices and an agreed working and communication process. To successfully complete building block 2, on June 12, 2024, we had a Zoom call to talk about the project, and they were interested in the project and agreed to collaborate with me. We established working practices, and I emailed participants with the plan for the meetings and the whale watch. Through my capstone, I need to incorporate the rules and requirements of Unity Environmental University. Building block 3 focuses on establishing a common understanding of the issue. This building block is about the agreed statement of the issue and the project's aim or research question. To successfully complete building block 3, there were multiple meetings in person, on Zoom, and over email to get an understanding of the issue. There were emails that were sent out to participants with the plan for the meetings and the whale watch, and an annotated bibliography was made to ensure strong research foundation. Building block 4 focuses on observing, gathering, and generating materials. This building block is about the agreed investigation methods, training and data generating methods, and materials collectively generated and recorded. To successfully complete building block 4, I created a PowerPoint presentation with an initial plan for material to include in the video and questions for the neurodivergent co-researchers. I conduct in-person and Zoom workshops with the co-researchers and filmed the workshops. On August 22nd, 2024, I conducted 3 in-person workshops. 11 a.m., Juliet and Addison. 1 p.m., Bella and Lila. 4 p.m., Callan and Alex. On August 26th, I did 2 Zoom workshops. 10 a.m., William. August 26, 2024, 6 p.m., Frank. I reviewed the workshops to generate the list of questions about CCS and comments about the videos. I separated the questions into themes, which are in Table 5. On August 28, 2024, we visited the Center for Coastal Studies in Provincetown, Massachusetts, and interviewed the Director of Education. We also went on a whale watch with Dolphin Fleet to see the humpback whales in person and to solidify our understanding of the questions and answers. We were able to ask additional questions to onboard naturalists. I learned how to use Adobe Premiere Pro and created an initial draft of the video based on the initial PowerPoint, the themes, the gathered data about the work that CCS does to identify whales, and our experience on the boat. Building Block 5 focuses on collaborative data analysis. This building block is about the agreed key findings and messages for different audiences. To successfully complete Building Block 5, the rough cut of the video was dropped off to Laura Stinson on September 17, 2024, and reviewed by your team. I met with the team at the Center for Coastal Studies on September 20th to receive feedback and comments. After making the requested changes, I began an iterative process with the co-researchers from the neurodivergent community. I met with Alex on Friday afternoon, September 20th, to show him the rough cut and get feedback. I made his changes and showed the new version to Addison and Bella on Saturday morning. I made their changes and showed the new rough cut to Lila on Saturday afternoon. In each case, we discussed messages, what was clear, and what could be improved. Building Block 6 focuses on planning and taking action. This building block is about the identification of priorities for action, a theory of change, assessment of options with strengths and weaknesses, and a community action plan. To successfully complete Building Block 6, a workshop and discussion took place on September 29, 2024, with the representatives invited from the scientific community and the neurodivergent community. Workshop participants offered wonderful feedback and recommendations for this project to be shared further and expanded. This project illustrated that it is possible to bridge between the scientific and neurodivergent communities in order to make a final product that is beneficial to both. With a primary researcher who is a member of both communities, the participatory action research methodology allowed both communities to be heard and offer insight and feedback into the final product. This project creates awareness for both the neurodivergent community and for the Center for Coastal Studies. I would like to thank the Center for Coastal Studies, the neurodivergent community, Unity Environmental University, Cape Cod CAN, Charles Baldwin, Cape Cod Theater Company, Healthy Children Project, and Tristan DiVincenzo for helping out with this amazing project.
That was a full